Go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 10 Shadows podcast. This is the episode 13th of it, and we're reviewing Bleach episode 5. I'm here with my co host, Frankie.
Hello, my amigos. Pleasure.
Alright, so.
I said hello. Start the streaming. Dumb cocksucker.
I know, it started. Alright, so the episode starts off right. Soul Reapers find out Ichigo is coming, and then Akon realizes something's wrong. Because when they find out Ichigo is coming, Ichigo is already locked in the Dongai. Akon at this point realizes something is wrong. And then he goes to start setting up to go to the Dongai to get Ichigo out of it. And Jidambo appears and destroys the wall and interrupts this process. After this specific...
Are you saying that Ilge is strong enough to trap Dangai Ichigo?
Yeah. I mean, I believe Fullbring Nova Migetsu, so... Yeah.
You... Fuck you. You ruined the joke.
Anyway, so Ichigo rampages in the Dongai. He's very upset here. He tries to do it, gets a Tensho a couple times, it doesn't work out for him, you know. I rated this specific scene as 6. What did you think of that scene there, Frankie?
Compared to most of the starts, I mean, you can't have banger after banger of intros, but like, yeah, it was alright. Nothing
Yeah.
offensive. It was probably for me a 5.
Yeah, it's fair. A lot of there's like 2 defining moments in this episode, and they happen later on. Now, the next part, Kilgay tries to finish off Urahara, and he dies to a off guard. We don't know at this point. Well, I mean, we do know because we've seen much later on the show and read the manga. But anyway, at this moment, we don't know who off guard Urahara in the anime, and it like Urahara's like, oh, who did this? Who
Urahara
could have
doesn't get
done
off
that?
guarded, by the way.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, it's
He was
Kilgay who dies.
surprised.
Yeah, Urahara is surprised and he's like, who done that? And then he's like, fade to black, basically. And then it switches to Ichigo's rampage continues where he does more Getsugo Tenshos and he's like, why doesn't a Getsugo Tensho work? I rated this scene a 6. What did you think of this part there, Frankie?
Nothing yet. I mean, a 5. Just not. I mean, it's just a scene.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just a
like it's
scene.
just a scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is where we
Sometimes you just
stop.
have scenes, but yeah.
Keep going. Yeah.
No, yeah. Sometimes you have to have scenes, but yeah. There's. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah. There's always gonna be that the buffer between the good moments because we're about to get
Yeah.
into it. Now this is
Especially
where it's
from this episode.
yeah, 100%. Now this is where it actually starts to start picking up because Aslan's battle with Byakuya and Renji continues because Byakuya and Renji are fighting this duel against Aslan. And this is where the fear section starts to start. You're gonna have Byakuya going, what's this ability? What's it doing? Is this poison? Blah blah blah. And Aslan starts going, oh, you think this is some kind of poison? No, it's not. It's fear. This is something forgotten like a long time ago. And he starts doing his big speech essentially, his long-winded speech. As not in character yaps a lot. but we get that big, nice, juicy sequence of Asnot explaining his ability and how it works. And why Byakuya gets stomped by it because he's lured himself into the false insecurity that Asnot is basically suggesting. Which is the more experience you have, the more you dilute your fear because you're reducing the cause, but true fear doesn't have a cause. It's instinctual. Um, I rated this specific sequence a 7 because it's a lot nicer than it was really good for what happened, especially with like the speech and how like Byakuya is reacting to it, how Renji's reacting to it, because like they originally when they're reacting to Asnot, they're even surprised about that assertion, which makes it enjoyable. And then especially afterwards, where we see Byakuya try and he thinks why he's fighting, and he's like, "Oh, I don't need, I can defeat fear. I've got Rukia to help me push along, and I fight for her essentially. So like I'm always able to fight fear." And then we see Rukia's image rot essentially in front of Byakuya's eyes, and that's when he gets like essentially beaten up. He gets a hole put through him by Asnot. And that this makes the scene specifically enjoyable, and this is why I rate it a 7, because like the animation, what's going on, like the narrative that's happening in the scene. What did you think of that,
Yes.
Frankie?
I give this a 9. No, no, no. Yes. No, I give this an 8.5. How's that?
I'm curious how you're gonna rate the later ones.
That's why I stopped myself. But yeah, 8.5. This first of all, I think you maybe missed is the fact that like Asnot does just talk out of nowhere for the first time. No
Yeah,
longer the mute.
yeah, yeah,
Great voice actor. Great music. For the fact that so far the action kind of lacked. Well, not in a bad way at all. It's just kind of like, well, it was just getting started, so like nothing as bombastic as the next stuff that'll happen. But
yeah,
yeah, it really was a very good. Oh, this is our first real Stern Ritter in a way. This is their first real fight, and we kind of know because it's Byakuya. You know, I mean, we kind of know that like Soifon or Kamamura are not going to get the penultimate fight
yeah,
right now. You know,
definitely.
but yeah, it really was the first. Okay, I believe Kilgay. You know,
Yeah,
obviously this main villain's gonna be the big guy, but no one else has stepped up to the plate yet. Maybe you, if you want to call him Basby, who killed Hera, but yeah, this really was a perfect. This is how strong these guys are. This is how insane this war is gonna be.
yeah,
And we haven't even started yet, but like that was such a great introduction. So I give it an 8.5.
yeah. It's fine. I'm just surprised because like there's like the two defining moments is gonna happen like after this, and they're
I
much better
understand.
than this scene.
That's why I gave it an
Yeah,
8.5 out
yeah,
of 10.
yeah.
Pipe down, Australian.
All right. Now we get into the next scene, which is one of the defining moments of this episode. Aznot uses Byakuya's stolen Bonkai on Byakuya. Obviously Byakuya is going to take some severe damage from this. We have Rukia then sensing Byakuya's in trouble, and then Rukia tries to run off later to go help Byakuya, but Minius gets upset at The fact that Rukia turned her
You
back
don't know
on
that's
her.
Meñiñez.
Pink hair girl, sorry, pink hair girl.
Yeah, I mean they cut her off to, create a mystery for all the people who don't know who this is. I wonder, could this could this be Yoruichi maybe? I don't know.
Oh my
Her
god.
face is cut off. It's
It could be Kukaku Shiba the entire time.
Yeah, like it's just a random stupid little touch that they did for no reason, but I just wanted to interject. But yeah, go
Is
keep
this
going.
actually Uncle Shu? Yeah, no, that's fine. Azant tries to finish Byakuya, but Renji intervenes. And this is where the Rukia part runs, and then Pink Hair Girl finishes Rukia. Renji then tries to use his Bonkai on Azant out of anger because at this point in time, Azant is ruthlessly destroying Byakuya with the Storm Bonkai. Renji then gets off guarded at this point by actually is it revealed that it's Mask's name yet?
The name's not revealed yet. Oh,
Yeah, no. We just see a wrestler guy off guard Renji. And because this happens, Byakuya then gets like if he already was destroyed beforehand, but now he's even more like full bar at this point because
hmm
Asnot basically ruthlessly drives Byakuya's Sword Bonkai into him, and after Asnot finishes with him, um, they leave him alone at this point, and this is after the whole fight scene finishes off. Byakuya asks for forgiveness from Renji and Rukia because he failed. I rated the scene an 8. I really like the scene for the reasons I mentioned. Frankie, what did you think of it?
probably a 3. What? What's so funny?
I was expecting something else. Uh, is there a reason
Yeah,
why you
I'd
rated
give.
so low? You just didn't like it that much?
Well, I mean, animation quality dropped down. I really liked the part where the disco ball like fell down and like it was kind of funny, because like you heard a lot of old J-pop, you know.
Yeah. Now the next scene,
No, I give this yeah 9.5. This was definitely yeah, no, this is definitely a good 9.5. It was immediate that like this was, I mean, without the knowledge of, hindsight and knowing that Byakuya lives
yeah,
and everything. With the exception of one more scene, this was definitely a holy crap that our guy actually died. And even in that one alone, because of the way
yeah,
the scene transitioned, which you'll get to with Jugram. Yeah, I mean, if he had died there, that already would have been like the good way to set that up.
yeah. It would definitely would be.
And yeah, like it already would have fulfilled all the criteria for a good death scene. And yeah, because that's how effective it was. And knowing Byakuya, knowing everything beyond that, I guess I wouldn't give this a 10, just A, because of unfortunately because of hindsight. Maybe if I was a first time viewer and this was live, maybe a 10. But because of hindsight, A. But also B, just again, this. I mean, I made a joke about it, but it's just kind of stupid, the whole Meninius thing.
Yeah,
It's just a random tiny distraction. I mean, like no one's gonna remember. Let's say this was a very important Quincy character in the future, right?
yeah,
No one's gonna remember that that's how she was introduced, because everyone's thinking about the live goings on about what's going on with Byakuya.
yeah.
So
They'll
it's
think
it's
about.
just it was Menina's there is just for some reason it was like fitting a 11-pound bag into a perfect 10-pound bag.
Yeah.
So and then so some contents fell out and made it a 9.5. Oh, that I don't know why I committed to that stupid metaphor, but yeah. So 9.5 for me.
Yeah, it's fun.
I
It
don't think that's how bags work.
yeah. The way bags work. No, you need some filler in there. You need your lettuce in there. You got your perfect little sandwich, the perfect meat there, and then you need some lettuce to fill it out. Um,
Still, it wouldn't spill out the other stuff. But yeah,
which is honestly fine because I think the next defining moment that happens later is much better than what happened there. Like I do think this is really that part was really good, and like this might even get into like whether or not Kubo did fully intend to like kill off a certain character and then decided not to because of fans or fan pressure. Which I won't even begin to know how to like work that out because we can't know what Kubo actually planned. Once like we get like an explicit statement from like Kubo saying like he did fully intend to kill off that certain someone. Okay, so next scene is Kenpachi has just killed three Stone Ridders. He shows up with all three of them on his back. And then Jugram's like. Jugram then says. I guess at this point in time we know him as blonde hair attendant to Ewok. Because I think at this point we only know Ewok's name. I don't think we know Jugram's name at this point. Jugram
I know that's true.
yeah, yeah. Jugam then announces that how did you kill these three stoners? And then Kenpachi basically
He
explains.
announces how to kill.
Sorry,
What does that mean? How did he announce that?
he says it. Sorry, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I thought that was funny.
no, you got me good.
He announces a question.
Yeah. Anyway, Jugram then I wouldn't say ask, but
He didn't
it
announce.
straight up says that to Kenpachi, how the hell did you kill three
Yeah,
Stone Ridders? And then
yeah.
Kenpachi basically then just says, "I ripped the throat out of the first person." Um, the second person, his ears were ringing and he couldn't hear what the person was saying. And then the third one was yeah, it was difficult because he turned into me, but I just got stronger. And then Kenpachi then says, "I got no problems with you." To the blonde attendant guy, "I'm after you." Then goes to swing at Ewok. I like this scene. It's not as good as the scenes beforehand. But there's like a certain amount of aura that Kenpachi kind of has, which adds to this. I could see people rating this scene lower than like some of the other ones, for sure, behind it. But Kenpachi definitely has that aura behind him. So like I gave this episode, this part of the episode a 7. What did you think of it, Frankie?
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.5. It was. There's been better Kenpachi meme. I don't know if you call it meme, but like yeah, Kenpachi isms that were better.
Yeah,
You know, like this isn't no Garrett versus Kenpachi, but this was fine, and this was like served the purpose too that it actually wanted of um sorry, I got a little distracted.
Yeah.
Uh but oh that yeah. It's that this Kenpachi dude, he what the fuck? How this is the first time I ever lost my train of thought in this fucking series, isn't it?
Yeah.
I managed to use filler words
Oh my
and then I
god.
realized, wait, how did I actually forget?
Maybe you've been around me for too long.
Well, but this was the nice distraction, nice ease of tension from what we had just seen.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, I
So yeah,
do. I don't remember necessarily what happens in the timeline afterwards when it happens, but Ewok destroying Kenpachi, and we see him just holding Kenpachi. I'll just add this little bit to that scene because I don't necessarily remember the timelines, but I'll just add it to this part. Um, that part of the scene is also really good because like it shows like a close up on Kenpachi's face with the eye patch off, which was really good. Would you reckon that would raise this scene higher or lower?
relative the same.
Yeah, same. After this, Ichiro continues his rampage again. He, but this time it's even worse now because he's now thinking of everyone and going, "Don't die on me, don't die on me. I'm coming, I'm coming." And he's like, "My Getsuga Tensho's aren't working." Essentially, at this point, Ichiro is basically molding. So, Gay is definitely laughing in his death, or kicking
What did
his
you call
grave
him?
in laughter. Gay.
Okay,
That's how you say his name, apparently.
you said kill a gay. You literally said kill a gay,
I did.
which is pretty. I mean, we're in June, Dio. That's very insensitive of you to say,
Oh
and
my
June of
god.
all months. That's like saying the N word in February. What's wrong with you?
Oh my. But there's never a good time to say those things.
Yeah, but it's worse on others.
No, but you're implying you can say it in the other days.
I'm not implying that. I'm just saying that there's worse times.
Oh god, did I actually say it or no?
Well, that's how you pronounce it. Kill a gay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like if you're
All
not
right,
allowed on the
that's
white
it.
ground.
The end of the Ten Shadows podcast. I'm ending it here. Goodbye. Stop recording. All right, I'll keep going. I'm just gonna say Quipke from now on. I'm always just gonna say Quipke. I hate that name. Driscoll is demolishing Isagi. Driscoll then reveals that he killed Sasakibe. Driscoll nearly kills Hisagi if it wasn't due to Yamamoto's intervention. What does worry me about the scene is like, does it imply that like Yamamoto was just like waiting nearby Hisagi and just listening out without doing anything, or does he have like the world's best hearing? Like I am genuinely curious about that. Like what he was actually doing nearby to be hearing while not doing anything. Anyway, that's not the point. Driscoll then uses Sasakibe's Bonkai on Yamamoto. Yamamoto now goes into nostalgia about the past because of he's he's been he, he has the stolen Bonkai of his attendant being used against him, so he goes into a nostalgia phase. He specifically nostalgias about the period when Sasakube used his Bonkai on Yamamoto a long time ago. Driscoll can't damage Yamamoto with his Bonkai, and this is what causes Yamamoto to be enraged. Specifically, I thought he probably would have been enraged anyway, no matter what, but it's probably more so now because Yamamoto then says the phrase, "Your Bonkai is absolutely not this weak." Yamamoto then kills Driscoll and he bids Sasakibe a final farewell. I gave this part of the episode a rating of 9. What did you think of this scene there, Frankie?
A 9?
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
W.
Okay, that's surprising. This is okay. All right. I give this an 8. This is great. I was just surprised this is your goat scene of the episode.
Yeah, I like this more than the other scene.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised.
yeah,
Good, good. Yeah, it was good. It was nice.
yeah, definitely.
I just have a hard time pretending to care about Sasakube, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Considering he's like the guy who got backhanded by Ichigo one time.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It might be one of those things where it's like too little, too late, but
And then the stuff that was cut before.
yeah. I see.
But yeah.
Fair enough. Now, I guess following this scene, Yama enters the front lines. He jump in the air to go specifically somewhere, which we'll find out soon. We see because Yamamoto is entering the front lines, the Soul Reapers' morale starts raising. We start seeing all of them sensing Yamamoto. Oh, he's angry. We got Shinji saying like, we better get moving because Yamamoto's gonna have all the fun. We see them basically rise up.
Great transition scene. For Shinji's fight with Jugrum in a few episodes from now.
Yeah,
Really
100%.
pays off. That scene really paid off.
Definitely. And then we have Shunsui finally go oh, it's as if Yamamoto is telling me off for struggling with an enemy of this level. And then like we see Shunsui, who previously in other episodes was like down and out, performing really badly. He lost an eye, that sort of thing. So this scene had like a bit of an aura for me. I could see it being people rating it much lower, but it coming off the back of the previous scene where Yamamoto basically just killed like Driscoll and all that, and we had the whole Chijiro backstory, kind of raises it higher a little bit for me. So I gave this scene an 8, a rating of an 8. What did you think of this scene there, Frankie? Oh yeah. You are busy, so I'll give you a little bit. Now, this now transitions into the end credits, and now the important part, the really important part, happens now. Yama shows up in front of Yearwalk and tells him, I've come here to kill you.
You say something to me?
Yeah, I was I'll
Yeah, I stepped out. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's Yama just shows up and says, I've come to kill you, Yearwalk. that's basically it. And we have Ewok look at Yamamoto with a smile on his face. I gave this scene an 8. Now, Frankie, now that you're here, what did you think of Yamamoto entering the front lines and the Soul Reaper's morale raising, and then the next scene that happens after that, where Yamamoto shows
It's a
up to
little
come and
extra
kill
campy.
Ewok?
It's a little extra cheesy.
It is.
Especially, especially maybe in hindsight too, but like
Did I cut
the
out?
Kamamura thing with Eva, the random soul. Whoa, it was so stupid. Like no, no, no one was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that Eva is fired up." Maybe
True.
Eva's gonna be Bambietta.
Yeah, maybe it was.
So it was a little extra campy, corny, and not even. And Bleach is not like, especially in this part, it's not like for I don't know, like I'm trying to think of an anime to compare it to, or something like yeah, it's like oh, if it's cheesy, if it's campy, that's fine. That's I mean that's kind of the show in general. But this was just that was just kind of a little off, and I mean Byakuya's body is like bleeding out like a block away, and the fucking Soul Reaper's going like Yama, Yama, So I don't know. It was just a little. I mean, maybe a seven. That's like a seven. I'd say. Maybe, nah, you know what? I'd give it a six.
Yeah.
It was nice, but like yeah, it was kind of. It was it was edited a little off for me. The music, I don't know. I'd give it a six.
Yeah.
And then Yama entering is definitely a good eight. I think. I mean, it just. It's no. I'd give it an 8.5. It's just the Iwa Apache choke is just iconic.
Definitely.
And then hiding it behind I think this might be the first one, the first and the surprise end credit. Hiding it there. That was just fun. That was just nice. It really added to like the specialness of like this is an insane moment.
And yeah, and especially it's building up to essentially the York versus Yamamoto fight that's gonna be happening in the next episode.
Yeah.
It's creating expectations for that. Um, my final rating for this
Mute.
episode, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. I was thinking about giving it a 10. Honestly, I could see a 9 and a 10 for this episode. What did you think of this the whole of this episode? If you would give this a rating, the Frankie. Eyes on you anyway. Um, I
Hello.
guess. Yep, Frankie, you're back. All right. What would you give the rating for this whole episode?
9.5.
W.
Best episode of the core so far.
Massive W.
hmm I guess just some weird. They're still trying out to figure out their tone type of. Just minor, yeah, just very very minor, just very minor. I made it to the NFL. I made it to the Olympics, but it's my first time.
Yeah, yeah,
Olympic level performance, but like I mean, most likely a first time Olympic person probably will fumble
yeah,
a little
definitely,
bit. Other than that, yeah, it was great, great episode.
definitely beautiful. It's a beautiful episode. Um, this wraps
What
up.
did you give it?
I gave it a
I know you. I know.
9.
I know this is a stream. Okay, nice, nice.
I did say that I could see people giving it 10 because I was like deciding between giving it a 10 or a 9 just then. I
And
went with a
after
9
having you
because I
never
never
gave.
gave a specific scene, a 10, but I could see people giving it a 10 on the whole.
Hmm.
Um,
Right.
Now this wraps up this specific episode, but the next episode we do is going to be extremely special because we may have a trailer coming up this week, supposedly. So we may be talking about the trailer coming out, or whatever sneak peek it is that's coming out. I should really hedge my legend because we just know it's a sneak peek. We don't know if it's gonna be a trailer or not. But there's some sort of expectation for a sneak peek of Core 3 coming up this week. And that's what we're probably going to be covering this weekend. If not, maybe another review. And I'm going to try and get out that my video out this week or next week. We'll see how I go for time. Is there anything you want to say? Any final words there, Frankie?
Absolutely not. You know how I load these.
W. All right. This is it for this episode. Leave a like if you like the episode. Leave a dislike if you dislike the episode. Leave a comment if you have something to say about this episode, whether you agree with my stuff or you agree with Frankie's stuff, or you disagree with both of us or one of us. We definitely would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment.
I don't want to hear disagreement.
Leave it anyway, despite Frankie. He'll love it. Alright, I'll see you guys all in the next one.